Wow, fella. D-Clan? Hey, D-Clan, you have no color in those eyes. I am not kidding. There ain't no color. It's a bit concerning. I mean, if I had never seen, holy smokes, ain't no color in those eyes. Where are you from? Anywho's. Hey, Wiz, if I had never seen it. What a shadow report. You can't. Do you have eyeshadow on? Do you have? Okay. Maybe I'm just. Yeah, pink tie. I'm not. I don't know what's going on here. These are demons. But anywho, let's let me tell you. Let me tell you something here. I don't know what's going on here. Hey Alexa, mute. Alexa, mute. Okay, right here. Alexa, if you do that one more time, okay, thank you. Yeah, that's not okay. No color in those eyes. No color in those eyes either. Ain't no color in those eyes. Although. What are you looking at, big booty? Crazy chimneys up here in the work. And then notice that there's a terracotta pipe coming out of the chimney going into the house. Okay, you're gonna yap. Okay, you're gonna yap. Okay. That's alright. That's alright. Yes, you. What? Anywho, welcome to St. Paul. Going to continue an old investigation that we left to be continued. So here we are continuing it. There's the wall on this side. And here's the wall on this side, first of all. Look at this side here. Crashed in rubble. Look at crashed in rubble. See? Crashed in rubble. That was the wall. Now it's yellow and gray limestone. And on this side, same thing. Same deal here. I got some. Look at this. Folding this, you know, crashing in this way, crashing that way. You know? Inward, outward, innies, outies, and there's the wall. And they call these folds and anticlines in geology, right? So, new engine on the scooter, and it's breaking it in. Just breaking it in. I made a half throttle pass down Shepherd Road. Doing all right. Doing wonderful, rather. So I'm gonna lock that thing up. I already found an artifact, so I'm here for the artifacts. Last time we were here, we were looking at this beautiful trestle, but we couldn't see all of this because now I've never been here before. This is my first time being here with all the foliage down and dead, and I can see everything. And there's a lot of stuff going on here. Look at this. This is a retaining wall block, not just a cinder block. This is a retaining wall block. Look at the shape of it. Not just your average like pentagonal shape, but it's got these two grooves cut out. And I found other strange retaining wall blocks like this too. So a lot of the retaining walls around here, I have found some melted ones too. I have a video where I shared one at the university campus of melted retaining wall attached to another melted, fused right into another brick wall. So that's interesting though. That's a neat shape. Look at the shape of it. Almost like an anchor looking deal. Looks almost brand new still. I wonder if that is. I've never seen that shape before. Wouldn't be surprised if that's an old one. But a lot of trains, but the trains don't come through here anymore. This is abandoned. This is a road track now. Look at the wall on this side. So coming down this way, I'm gonna bring the scooter with me. I'll meet you down that way, down by the trestle. Okay, so let me show you the first artifact I found. I found two of them, but one of them I left back there. I left the tool back there. I found it. Here's a... Oh, let me put it down here. As you see. Here's a medicine bottle. It's got a machine top. And it's got some tooling on the other side, but it looks like it had a reaction whenever it was in there. It had a little reaction. Like a burnt reaction almost, see? See that rainbow tinge on the glass? See the tool, or the machine top here? Beautifully done. Little medicine bottle, not sure what that would have been. Could have been anything. Any little potion, who knows? So this is between some trackways. I'll leave that little thing there. So, okay. Need the gloves for this one. There's going to be a lot of modern trash in here, like you can see here, because there's lots of encampments. They come and camp out in there, I guess, you know. Folks are living in there sometimes. I'm not sure if they are right now. It's pretty early in the season. So, I mean, we just got warm again. So, big lumps of melt here. I don't know what those are, but they're pretty damn big. One of them's black, one of them's white. So that makes me think that these may have been placed here for some reason. I don't know. Maybe some sort of a black magic ritual. I don't know. So there's kind of a big circle right here. And the masons do have those spots like that. There's a big circle in here. There's a white stone and a black stone. That's probably a ritual thing here. Melt anyway. Either way, it's still melt. So look at this melt. Look at this melted pile. Look at this pile. Look at this pile. Just laying here still. Look at this. See? Give me a break. See here? Laying on the floor. This melted glassy spheral stuff with the glassy spherals. See here. See? Now we have the glassy spiral stuff. See, it sounds like marbles. See? It's very hard. It's just the bricks. The bricks do that. These are the bricks. I have one of these that's half brick and half that. Half brick still with a stamp, and half that stuff at home. And there's a big heaping mound of asphalt and sand, and good sand too. Good pea gravel. Really good pea gravel. Oh, I'm gonna get a bag of that stuff. Come back here and get it. Wow. Is this all pea gravel? That's good stuff. There's glass in here too. That's window pane glass. Window pane. Oh, this big chunk of. And what's this? This is asphalt. I think. What is it? It's strange looking. Huh. All you gotta do is smell it. Oh yeah, there's tar in it. That's asphalt. There's tar in it. So half of this mound is like. Half of this mound is. I don't know if you can see that I'm standing on the mound. Let me show you. It's like hard, melted looking asphalt. And it's definitely asphalt. There's tar in it. You can smell it. You can see it. You can see it in there. It's sticky tar in there. But why is it in a big melted glob right here? The big mound. Look at this mound. Oh, you can see it's a big mound. And the base of it seems to be all pea gravel. Good pea gravel too. Good usable pea gravel. I'm in need of some pea gravel. I'm doing some masonry projects in my yard right now. This spring. Oh, some Tarzan action. There's some Tarzan vines. These are nice ones too. Some Tarzan action here. Get to swing on the. Oh, what's this? Sticking out here. See? Look how blown out that is. The aggregate. You kidding me? More of the asphalt. It's, sticky with tar in it. And then there's like melted glass. It's a big pile of like rubble. is a different creek right here. There's sandstone. This is the limestone turned to sandstone. Or it's pretty hard still. They call it the sand rock. They call it sand rock. I've never been in the middle of this thing. This is like a tier. It drops off down to the next trackway down below. I'm not sure how high up I am. I see Shepherd Road right here, so I think it elevates as I continue down that way. So big melty chunks on this side. So not much going on over here. I'm looking for artifacts, but I don't see any besides the masonry and stuff everywhere. And shoes, the occasional shoe. The occasional shoe. No, this is a melted bridge. This is a melted bridge as well. It's a burnt bridge. I'll show you the burnt. I'll show you it's burnt. The damn thing is burnt. So we'll look at that in a moment. It's a big trestle too. It made a nice sweeping bend right there too. Like you ain't kidding. And it goes all the way down. And you know what? We're gonna take a look-see poo. Because now I got the scooter locked up. Let's take a look at the whole trestle. Because I'm gonna sweep this for artifacts right now. See if we see anything. Get anything we can find off the surface. Because I'm finding it here on the surface. I have lots of sites now. This is like my 4th site that I know of that I have that has surface artifacts. Complete and intact surface artifacts. So, wow, this has just been done so beautifully. Look at what it stands on. Look at what it stands on. It's these wooden foundations. These platforms. And then here's this. So this is where the trestle begins. So let's come right to the end. And when I'm looking down at the ground, I'm seeing lots of colored glass, lots of glass and stuff. And little pieces of teacups and fancy teacups. I always turn them over when you find the parts because here's what you do, and it's usually fancy on the other side. You'll find like decoration on the other side. Yeah, lots of porcelain and fired clay and stuff. See, pottery, nice shiny finish. You start seeing stuff like that, you know you have a spot of interest. And I'm finding that's all I'm seeing all littered across this whole. I mean, this is porcelain. That's a good chunk of porcelain too. What was that? I don't know. I love the. Oh man, there's teacups everywhere. Hang on, I'll show you. But look at that. Okay. I love the materials they had. They only hard materials, only the best of the best. But where did I see that? Yeah, there's teacups everywhere. So another teacup is a fancy one too. You see the fancy design on the edge of it. Yeah. So those little things like that tell me to maybe start looking at the beginning of the trestle. Because the artifacts seem to be going all the way down this whole trackway. I think they may have came out of the neighborhood maybe. If there was water that came down, it would have went down this way because it terraces down towards the Mississippi this way. All the land goes all the way down to downtown, which is all the way at the end. That's downtown, way down there. See the trains down below? We are on an elevated trackway, the 2nd tier, I believe. And we'll start at the top. Let's get up this path right here. I'm always scanning the ground, but here's your masonry showing up. Oh, look, they got a couch back here. What a spot, eh? You see Shepherd Road, they can't see you. Okay? So, up here it'd probably be cleaned up pretty well, but even so, they're not looking for stuff like this. The campers, they don't look for like artifacts like this. They're looking for stuff that's usable. Like that metal pole right there from a tent. That'd be more of use than a medicine bottle, you know. And these little chunks of glass, see, they don't mean anything to these folks over here. So they just kick them around and they break up even more. But a lot of this stuff is not new glass like you would think. This is crystal glass here. This is like a Coke bottle, I think. Yep, it's a Coke bottle. The original Coke bottle, the green ones. See the rounded, here, let me show you. See the rounded, they bottled those in Minneapolis. I see bottle bottoms over there. And I see bottle tops. There's a crown top. That's a crown top. Crown tool top. So there's already artifacts right here at the very beginning. Crazy. More bottoms. There's the bottom of that Coke bottle. There's more of it. The greens are the, oh, that's not it. That's something else there. But there are definitely, yeah, look at all this fancy glass there. See the fancy texture on it there? That glass. This stuff has not been sifted through yet. There's too much here. This is why I come here. Look at this. It's just rich with artifacts. This is like a piece of a teapot. Teacup right there. And all this glass is layered on top of each other. It's in the ground all the way down. It's all fancy stuff too. See the texture of the glass? It's all crystal glass. You can see it's crystal glass. Look at this. It's just littered in here. Not even been gone through. This has not even gone through. None of it has been. It's everywhere in here. There's still a bottle top on this one. There's still a bottle top on this one. No label, of course. That's cool. I think it was a crown tool top. Nope, machine top. Oh yeah, machine, yes. It's got thread. That's a lead paint too. Look at this. Doesn't rust. That stuff does not rust. It's almost like a regular like beer cap, but just like just the old style. It's like two on top of each other, sandwiched on top of each other. Look at these. Look at this teacup. Oh my God! It's just littered back here. Oh, and this is just the first leg of the. That you saw how big it was, right? And yes, this was my plan to go through these things and kind of sweep them up. But boy, this is gonna be hard. Look at how many artifacts are back here. Look at this. There's coal too from the train coal. And yeah, it's littered back here. All this is glass in there, see? There's glass chunks everywhere. All of it is. It's not new glass. It's not new stuff. It's all crystal glass. Not the same glass we have today. I can show you examples of our glass if I can find any, which we will. But so far, this is all old stuff. All this glass in here. This is all old crystal glass. This is window pane glass. Window pane. This is terracotta, piece of terracotta pipe. Everything's old world here. It's all just lying here still. It's just unreal to me. I love it. It's so bizarre. Where's my porcelain thing? I want that porcelain piece. I want that with me. Okay, so we're gonna move on. Sorry about this making you dizzy, eh? Making you dizzy. That's pretty crazy. Here's another heaping around of stuff right here. So at the foot, what's this? The first leg. So first leg, second leg, and then we have another heaping mound of asphalt. May have been dumped there. I don't know if that's been dumped, like from the road. Big heaping mound of asphalt. Definitely asphalt. Got sticky tar in it. See in here? Is there sticky tar inside of it? It's definitely asphalt. I don't know what it's doing here. A big, huge amount, like 3 feet high, of asphalt. So, interesting. I see just glass bottoms everywhere. Glass bottoms, glass bottoms, glass bottoms. Yep, all just numbers that we never, bottles that we don't know how to see. 50. What does it say? Number deposit. Oh, I gotta keep that. Something reserved, number deposit. I love the old lingo. The old lingo is so cool. That's gonna be a keeper. This is another one of bee. I've never seen a bee. Always companies you never heard of. I'm not gonna take a bunch of bottoms. I see bottoms everywhere. If I start grabbing those, I mean, I'm looking for completes. There are completes here. This one has no name. Or, wait, no, there is something there. Strange symbol. Couple of hash marks and stuff. Okay, and 2. So let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. The shrubbery just kind of makes it hard to get around this stuff. Gotta watch out for the prickly bobs. And I gotta watch out for my scooter too over there. I got a bright orange engine for this very reason, so I can see it from a distance. Oh, so here, look at the wood. The wood's burnt. The wood got hot and burned. So did this thing, showing signs of heat stress as well. Wood's burnt here. Here's the covering. Oh, look at these. These are beer caps that have been pounded in. That's cool. Wow. Just think. Who drank out of those bottles? That's probably the bottles that are laying here. The bottles probably laying here. Probably the old worlders who hanging out up here. Probably just like this. Probably they're probably hanging out just like this under the bridge. And the occasional Nike shoe. Give me a break. The occasional Nike out here. It's getting to be overwhelming with the artifacts. I come to look for artifacts. I can't even do it. It's overwhelming. Look what I'm pulling out. I'm pulling out huge washers. All sorts of glass. And look up. Look, as you come up this way. It's all old stuff too. All crystal glass. Look at the textures on it and such. You come up this way. I mean, everything here. Big, fancy, old-looking jar thing right there, and everything's melted. Everything's something melted. I mean, everything is something melted. And then you got ceramic. You got ceramics. You got pottery, and I mean, come on. It's getting to be overwhelming. Where do you begin? So I think I'm going to try to just stick with the surface stuff, because it's getting to be a bit much. Come over this way. Look at this. I'll show you why it gets to be much, because you find stuff like this. Well, first of all, you look up I mean, again, let's start down here. Look at the glass. Huge, intriguing, interesting. This is like a gray glass. Interesting. Like a tinted glass. Interesting. I'm going to keep that. See, like stuff like this, you can't stop. But there's a Coke bottle right there, edge of a Coke bottle. And then, like this, piece of metal sticking out. Oh wow, something there. Oh, there's something here too. That's train metal right there, but what's this? That's something round. That's something different. So now we have to get that. And there's something, find something like this, all this fanciness on it right here, see? And then it makes you want to find the rest of that. You know, and then it's like, where do you begin? Where do you start? I want to go for the surface stuff, but now I can't leave that. I gotta find out what that is. So that's what we'll do. We'll find out what this is, and we'll keep moving. We'll try to stick with the surface, and that's a train. That's a train plate. I'm not worried about that. It's a train plate. So I'll get that piece out, whatever that round thing is on. Can you see that blue? How can you not? How can you not see? Look at that. It's porcelain too. It's porcelain, and it's... Look at the finish. Excuse me. Look at that. Oh, that is brand new almost still. It's dark. That color is so bright. That comes with me. Okay, so... Oh yeah, young gal came up here. She was walking up the way over here. Pretty girl. She was walking. She said something about found a really old knife down this way, and finds all types of stuff. So I'm gonna keep continuing on along this way. I don't know where she was talking about though. I should have asked her where. She said up along this way. And I don't know if I should go down to the Trestle. or just continue on between these piers. Alright, I'm figuring some things out. So here's another big pile and mound of asphalt on top of what seems to be a platform made of concrete. And here it is, some more of it sticking out still. See? Sticking out. And what this asphalt anomaly seems to do, the asphalt on it, big mounds of asphalt. With it still has, the sticky tar inside of it and all this and that. And there's tons of Pebble Creek everywhere with bricks sticking out of it everywhere, bricks down here and there. Oh, this brick's turned to pink granite. Oh, that's part of the wall. Look at these bricks, turn to granite bricks. They turn to granite. These ones over here, blocked up. Yeah. And look at how the asphalt has just cascaded over the wall. All this sticky asphalt just came sliding over the top of this platform. See? It came off the top up there. I'm guessing that was likely, and in here too, that's the first one we saw, that mound of asphalt under the trestle. Now, see how thick it is. It just came right over the top. In a molten state. So did the Pebble Creek here as well. Came with it, mixing up with it, and look at this. Yeah, this came right up the top. It slid over it was up there because it came over the wood too. Slid over the wood, all this asphalt. So that was likely a walkway or a platform on top of this, running along the level side of this trestle up here on the top. There was probably a platform because I can see that there's asphalt mounds all throughout in here. So I'm guessing there was a platform up here that just slid down. You can see that there's more structure. There's Pebble Creek going back that way, going back into the mound here. Where did this drop? Sound like something fancy. Yeah, look at the bricks here. His neighbor already created out, see? And pulled it, and mushed up and created out. Look at the minerals. Excuse me, look at the minerals. Every color of the rainbow. That was the next brick. See, these bricks were all, and look at that one was starting to, look at that. The mortar was blowing out. Just the mortar was blowing out in the stones. The bricks were intact. In this case, the brick mushed down, and then the mortar and whatever else still blew out. The mineral still popped, see? But you can see what happened in this case. The minerals here were formed from the mortar, not the brick. In this case, sometimes it's vice versa. It can be both. I've seen both. But in this case, the mortar was mineralizing. See, boom. And this one, it all mixed together. That was a brick right there. See it kind of. You see the edge of it kind of smashed up this way. It was crazy, eh? I want to take that home. That's pretty good. That's pretty crazy right there. Look at that. You can see it happening before our eyes. You can see it's burnt. See the surface there is burnt. You see that the mortar. We wouldn't use mortar like that between bricks. Why would we use mortar like this with big stones in it like that? Eh? And it's not damaged. Something didn't happen to that, right? Get lost. If that's what you think. By this point, just get lost. This is, yeah, metal wrapped up like spaghetti noodles everywhere. It is wrapped up like spaghetti noodles. Doesn't rust. Stuff does not rust. That old stuff. And this, yeah, the wall just blew out on this side. This side's very much intact. Let's go down the way. I'm wasting too much time over here. Let's get down the way. Yeah, everything's burnt here. It's just ridiculous. And when you come over here, it's just overwhelming the amount of artifacts. Here you go. Fancy teacups. There you go. There you There you go, baby. And they're fancy fucking teacups. Yes, it is. Too. Our plate. So. Here's another piece of it. Another piece is another one. Somebody else's fancy teacups everywhere. See here? I mean, that's probably the same one. That's the same one. Same piece. And how all this stuff gets so broken up so bad, you know? If this road must have shook. It must have shook. The lands must have really shook at one point too. They must have been quaking. Because, I mean, for everything to be, for everybody's inside belongings from their houses, like their teacups and stuff, to be their fine china, to be outside, looking like this, everywhere, just in, I mean, that's what all the ground here is. It's all these old pieces of old glass and porcelain and ceramics and pottery. That's all it is. Just, you look closer, that's all it is. It's just a ton of melted artifacts and glass stuff. How did all their stuff get that damaged? It's almost it's a concerning thing altogether, but what the hell happened here for it to be shook? I mean, for this shit to be looking like this. I mean, you can throw a plate, a dinner plate, you can throw it, and it'll break, but it's not going to break into this many pieces. You still got to go at it a few more times to get them to come out this small. You can't just say that many people are walking. There's nobody in here. Nobody's walking anywhere. Nobody's walking in here crunching it all up. You know what I mean? This place must have shook. This was one hell of an event. Look at that, halfway in the socket here, the ground socket. Look at this one barely peeking out. Scooter's doing good, tied to a tree. I see bricks everywhere too. I did get a few good bricks here too. The Mexico #1 down there in the trash bin. That's where the artifacts are, in the trash bin down for the good one. The good artifacts are down there. They're all mixed up with a bunch of trash. Oh, I'm throwing the teacups. I don't need that. Anyway. So, again, surface rendering. This was a brick pier rendered with cement on the outside, right? Here's your cement layering. Those were the bricks on the inside right there. Because there's the evidence, right? See? Turning into them. The gray and yellow limestone, see here, is breaking up, is turning into this thing at the finish. These are rendered peeling off, and those were all red bricks lined up perfectly in courses behind this cement. Were perfect bricks in courses all the way down. See the render peeling off? And look inside, like vomit. But those were perfect bricks in courses. That's why there's bricks lying on the floor everywhere around here. Because they're all breaking off these walls that broke up. So that's, you can't explain that being in the aggregate right there. Beyond, I mean, other than stupidity. But we're talking about a train bridge. You don't do stupidity when you're building train bridges. So that's evidence right there. And there's glass artifacts everywhere. And this melted shit is just on the floor everywhere. Not even touched since the event. All this is very thick, whatever that is. Wow. Hefty. I don't think I can break that piece. No, I can't even break that piece of glass. That won't even break. No. This one's pretty empty. Oh, there's some stuff though. Glass textures, see? Almost like flames on that one. And this rainbow tinge of the glass, you know what we're looking at. But let's move on. Let's go down further down. Look at all this stuff. blood right off those boiling. This boiling right off of this. Boiling right off the surface.